Hi guys, this is Leo's here, CEO and founder of Leo Education, and in today's podcast I have here with me Mr. Manasa. And Manasa is one of our students in our job coaching program, which is a program that I have created to help specifically migrants like you guys who are watching this to find jobs that is in your field, jobs that pays well, and jobs that are gonna utilize your skill sets. And that's why I'm bringing Mr. Manasa here today to share with you his experience, his exposure to our program, and what he learned and how did that help him. But first of all, thank you for coming in, Manasa.
Thank you, Leo.
Okay, so first of all, let's just rewind a little bit. When did we first meet?
I think I came to know about this program first of all I was just going through Facebook. Then I came up with your Facebook page. So I was following your page from the beginning of this year, and before I moved here. Yeah. Then after that, then when I came to Tasmania, because I knew I was coming down to Tasmania. Yeah. So when I got that, when I saw your page, I've been following, and then when I came here for a few months, then it just got me. I wanted to come and see and and visit and Leo Education, and to get some more information about what he's been doing. It's been quite marvelous, like in terms of helping students, like those who are studying or those who are finding difficulties in whatever they are facing here when they moved down in Tasmania. So end of I think I remember the date was on the particular end of June. Towards that week ending of June, I saw there was the event they had on the 1st of July. So I booked that event, and then I came here, and that's where I got to meet Mr. Leo. And surprisingly, when I came here, it was not only the beginning of my journey to Leo Education, but it was like continuing, ongoing. And now I'm doing an interview with Leo. Yeah,
that's awesome. Okay, so now at that time, what makes you decide to join our program? What motivates you to invest in yourself at that time?
So when I came here on that day, like we had the I think a workshop thing, and then because I looked at your program too that you posted in your page and the Leo Education Facebook page, I was looking through it, and then I didn't I wasn't too sure. I think after the week after, the 2 weeks after, then I came. Then Leo sent me this pamphlet thing about the program thing, and that's when I read about the program. And it was not the content of the program, and also at that time I took advantage because of the discount of that program.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. And when you begin something, sometimes you're feeling reluctant whether you're choosing the right thing or not.
Yes.
But when you go through it, it's just that, like I've just said, it's a matter of patience. Everything can't just happen overnight. You need to be a bit more patience. Yeah.
Got you. So for those who do not know much about the program, can you just tell them, like, maybe what have you got out of, let's just say, top 3 things? I know there's a lot more than 3, but top 3 takeaways you have from the program.
So first of all, like before I begin, like the program, I reckon it's pretty good. And one of the most important things that I've learned is about your network. That is one of the things that I lack, like your network. You might have network, like Leo always said in the program, network in your Facebook, but not professional network. Because I think the reason why is that because you don't have the courage. There's no one is there to motivate you.
Yeah.
Like I joined this program and I learned about this kind of network thing, the skills you have to, the right skills, the how you have to approach this kind of people. Because remember, those people you're approaching, like those kind of professional network, they're not just your friends. You can just have this kind of informal conversation. They're those people who are more like those professional people. So we have to have those kind of skills to approach. So that's the reason why I got it from Leo.
Okay. So network is net worth, right?
Yeah, network is net worth. There's a saying about it. Yeah, yes. He always tells us during class.
Is there any other things you got out?
And the other thing too is that the 3 skills that you've always emphasized now and then during the program was that your technical skills, your soft skills, and other skills. So those are the 3 important skills you have. Because if you are lacking in that, then you need to improve. You need to get you need to get support. You need to get someone to help you to motivate. So like I said again, your education.
Okay, thank you.
Because you learn about it. Because you learn soft skills. You hear about this kind of these words here, but you don't know what it is. Maybe in general term, but there are other reasons for it. Yeah.
Because I think they throw the word soft skill around a lot. But
Exactly.
A lot of people don't really understand what that is. Because I think Manasa said very well is there are 3 skills that you guys need to master. One is soft skill, 2 is technical skill, and the last one is other skills.
Other skills,
right?
yeah.
So when an employer is looking for staff, and I got this from speaking to employers, they told me that especially for graduates, they don't need much technical skills. But this is something that we always think is the most important, is technical skills. But it's not. In reality, employers know they don't, that graduates don't have that. I mean, let's keep it real. A lot of the time, you've done your degree, very, very less you know how to do it in real life, in real work, in real work environment. Soft skill is more what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what is soft skill? Communication.
Communication.
Right? Do you know how to speak to people?
Yeah.
Do you know how to interact? How to convey your idea?
Yeah.
How to speak English? Let's just keep it that way. Like even as simple as English.
Yeah. I think I watched one of your podcasts about that you interviewed the main boss here in the engineering. That guy, Michael
Sylvester.
Yeah, I watched one of their podcasts and it mentioned about he emphasized a lot on this English in the communication, because so I think that is really one of important. You don't have to be shy away from it. It's a matter of you have to learn. You have to. There is no one to go there and just say, hey, you have to go and learn English. No, you have individuals.
You have to do it.
Yeah, you have to do it. Yeah.
So that's why that is a great takeaway. And then other skills means what else can you do?
Yeah, what else can you do apart from what you've in your area of profession? Like for myself, for aged care. So what other skills apart from looking after the clients? So you can do admin work or you can do marketing. Those are the other skills that is apart from your own profession or what you're doing.
Yes, exactly. So you learn about the network is your network. You learn about those 3 skill sets there.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you think is important?
I think one of the other thing that I do is probably it's power base.
Power base.
Yeah.
Can you tell people what is the power base?
It's the power base. It's the people. It's like what I just mentioned at the beginning, the networking. So your power base is you have to have those kind of area, of group of people who you can communicate and connect to. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. If power base is also the people from previous.
100%. Yes.
Your previous employees, and also I think one of the program we did was your lecturers. And you have to, even if
in your uni, right?
In uni, if they can get references for you.
Exactly.
Because I think you emphasize a lot about these kind of things to references.
References is very important, right? So the concept of power base, I think, is a very overlooked concept. Some people don't even know, right? So the first thing happen is when people want to apply for jobs, what they do is they go on sick.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That is a very wrong thing to do. The first thing you do is you go and ask yourself, who are the people you know that might help you?
Exactly.
So it could be your lecturers in university. It could be your supervisor in your projects. It could be your professor. It could be even your friends during your uni. Maybe they're working in a professional job. So these are your power base. And before you guys go on sick and India, reach out to them. Reactivate your
exactly the word reactivate. I think that brings me to one of the power based thing when I mentioned the other night, and that I think the program was lectures. So I just remember when I completed my master's, I was doing my accounting. There was this voluntary work going on at UNSW because I did my master's at UNSW Law School, and then I asked reference from one of the lecturers, which I still have in my laptop.
Wow.
But the volunteer work is in UNSW. Even though like it was in UNSW, but you still have to get references. So I got references
That's
from
good.
him.
Yes.
And I did a bit of volunteer work, just only for 3 months, but at least I got the experience. So yeah.
And that's why I think and Power Base could be your family members.
Family members.
But Power Base is simply someone who you know and most likely also knows you.
Yeah.
That's called Power Base.
Yeah.
So your network is something that you can work on, but Power Base is already there.
That's right.
Some people, you already got it. So this is the statistic. I'm not sure if I told you this, but every person that you know, by average, they know at least another 200 plus other people.
Yeah. You told us.
Right. So what that means is, if you go to one person, maybe they don't need you, or maybe they don't have a job for you.
Exactly.
But maybe they know someone who have a job for you.
That's right.
So don't try the sick or Indeed yet, isn't it? Great. So now let's talk about. Did you use any of the knowledge that we have teach you during the program? Like do you use it in when you apply for jobs?
Yeah.
How did it work for you?
So I had a job interview. I think it was in September, 2 months ago, and I utilized those skills. So even if I didn't had this joined this program, I would be completely lost. Not completely lost, but I wouldn't know how to go about in the interview because different people, like employers, they have their different expectations, their style of interview. But
so what do you say? Can you tell them exactly what question do you ask them in the end, right?
So mostly like that interview was something to do with the community services thing. They just didn't ask you to introduce, they just go straight to the technical questions, which I was being, got caught in the middle, and then they asked me this kind of question, about your experience, like for this kind of community service thing, are you experienced in doing this kind of because they're referring back to my experience in aged care. So if experience in manual handling, those kind of things, technical skills things.
So they test your technical skills,
most of it, and for you to be very knowledgeable about the laws. There was a lot of things there, like the policy and procedures of the organization. You have to do a bit of research from before you do your interview. So that's why I asked a bit of feedback from Leo the day before, the week before the interview. Yeah.
Got you. And then I think you told me that towards the end of the interview, you locked them or something like that, right?
Yeah. I locked them a question.
Lock.
Yeah, I locked them a question, and then I said that I'm the right person. You won't be looking for any other candidate because I'm the right one. And I told them about the kind of locking question thing that I learned from you.
Yes.
And they were surprised, They said, okay, I'll get back to you about that. And so most of the questioning that and in the response that I responded to the question, it was from what I've learned from Leo Lee Education Program.
Thank you.
Especially the job coaching program thing. I like the locking questions. What was some of the questions that the techniques that I've learned?
Can you tell them let's just go some maybe lock or magic question? Remember all that we teach? What are some of the, do you still remember some of the magic questions?
Yeah, some of the magic questions.
Yeah, remember?
I can't remember.
Start with what? Assuming, remember?
Assuming. Yeah, the magic question. So I think one of that magic question was that I used it towards the end too. Assuming that if I join this organization and if I get my permanent resident in 6 months time or after I completed my course, will you still accept me in this position? And the manager, who was very friendly, she was looking at me and she said, where are you getting these kind of questions from? So that's why I think it's just the way you try to, your skills, you develop the skills. You can't develop it overnight, you have to learn from somewhere. So that's the reason why I got it from joining this program. I learned a lot from it.
Yes. Because I think maybe for those of you who do not know what is magic questions, magic question is something that will get you into a position that most likely going to be you getting a job. So for example, it always starts with assuming dot. Right? So assuming that I got my PR in the next 2 months, would you hire me now? Assuming that I could get my driver license that you're looking for in 1 month's time, would you hire me now?
Would you hire me? It's like you're convincing them, like, you know, you're trying to convince the
because the thing is, many of the times you will not have everything ready, isn't it? Like, as much as you want to be perfect, as much as you want to be good to go, the reality is there will be something that is not fitting what they're looking for. Right.
I think it's when you develop those kind of things, like when you mention those, like when you develop those skills and you mention to them, they'll get surprised. Like what the manager of that facility, when they asked me that question, and I replied to them in that kind of lining of a reply. They got stunned by it and like, whoa. That's why her reply was that. Where are you getting this kind of response from? Like, where are you learning that skills?
Got you. And do you think that, I mean, obviously it's help you to with the job thing and all that, but this is also help you to become a better person in terms of communication as well.
Exactly. You know, one thing I've noticed this program, it really helps me a lot, like day by day. Like I usually, even though I've completed this program, I still join the program because I learn new things from this program from Leo Education, and it keeps on improving day by day, and you learn new things day by day. And from there you try to build up, and you say, oh, this is where I went wrong, or this is where I lacked the skills of. So you're building up. It's just like you're building a house, you know. There might be when the builder comes and it says, oh, you need this. The owner comes, you need to improve this. So it's similar to that.
So for those who are watching this right now, and maybe they are, one is they're jobless, two is they do not work in the job that they want to work. What do you think are some of the most common reasons that makes them not be able to land a good job after having all the knowledge from my program? What do you think are maybe 2-3 key reasons why they still not in the position they want to be?
After they join the program and they're still looking for a job,
No. I mean, this guy haven't joined our program yet, but they just not working anywhere right now.
Right. I think this program, what I've seen from Leo Education, like he's the type of person, like first of all, he goes beyond from what the program is like. Every time, like one of the most good benefit about when you join the program, you join that job coaching program on Facebook, and you get a lot of job updates. You got a lot of updates now and then. And you get a lot of podcasting interview with people, professional people, see? And from there, you're forming this kind of networking. So one of the advice for those who are interested to join this program is like, when you join this program, you learn a lot of things, especially like I've mentioned about the skills. You need to learn the skills. Like those 3 skills that I've mentioned: technical skills, soft skills, and other skills. Because you might know about it, but you need to learn. So you need to get those kind of things, like especially joining this program, you learn about it. And the other thing too was that this program also helps you to improve your network. You know, like
network.
Like I've got LinkedIn, but how to utilize that thing with Leo? So I had to So it's a bit of a learning process thing too. It's LinkedIn. It's just like you're having Facebook, but you don't visit about LinkedIn most often like that. But when I joined the program, so he emphasized a lot on LinkedIn. So that's where you can get the nothing to, apart from seek those kind.
Yes. And then we also talk about how most of the jobs are not advertised.
That is one of the good thing about it. Like interesting thing, like 80% of the jobs are not available.
Online.
Online, and.
Were you like surprised when I told you the facts?
I was surprised. I was surprised when I think I was wondering. That's the reason why, like some people, like when you apply for a job, then just for sudden, it's been closed. You know, you tend to wonder why. And also, I think this kind of thing for jobs that are not available online, it's through this kind of, if you're having a network. If you join this program, like I've just mentioned from the beginning of this conversation, is that Leo Lee will join you to benefit this job coaching program Facebook, where there's a lot of updates on the job thing.
And that is where people, I think they don't understand. They always go to Seek and Indeed.
Yeah.
Now there's nothing wrong with Seek and Indeed, but if you just simply look for jobs online, you're missing out on the entire 80% out there, right? So take for example, you know Karuna, right?
Yeah, I know that.
You see that, right?
Yeah.
So the job that she got was not advertised at all. What happened was, me and her, we cold call.
Okay.
So we spend time calling the employers, and then suddenly the employers say, "Oh yeah, by the way, can you do this?" And then Karuna is like, "Yes, I can." Next thing you know, she got an interview. We prepare for the interview. Next thing you know, she got a job.
See, that's the thing about it. It's like, you have to have network. You have this kind of, you know someone, because you just can't be there sitting and wait for miracles to happen.
Yes. So it's all in the story keep happening the same and the same, because I think last time in the class I told you that on average, every job you see online, there's another 250 other applications. Right?
It's not only you.
It's not only you.
Yeah.
And so 250 people apply for the same job. They only pick one.
Pick one, exactly.
So obviously, yes, you still can go for it, but the chance of you landing a job is very small. So you have to do it differently, and that is through cold calling, which is I teach in the program, right?
Yeah. So we had this kind of cold calling thing.
Was that very new for you?
It was really new. Like it takes a bit of a courage thing for you to, because you can do a call like you have this kind of normal calling, but to do a cold calling to an employer, you have to have that courage, you have to have the skills. So you learn a lot from this program too, and it goes about from there this cold calling things from the 60-day thing follow up. So also that 60-day follow up too. Like for me, like once you apply it or you call, that's it. Like if you apply, you don't call, and
you just wait. That's what people usually do.
Yeah. And this program emphasizes like how to do that kind of skills, that technique, and when it's the right time to do that kind of 60-day call-up thing. Like I think Leo mentioned about when you apply after a few minutes or thing, then you call immediately, just to let them know if they've received or if that's one of the takeaway from this program too. And then I think you mentioned about that after the 5th and the 10th
80% of all the jobs happen between the 5th to the 12th.
That is also the takeaway from the program, because even if you call, maybe you just call for the first and you just get a reply, then it's pretty bit rude, because I learned that the admin, they are the gatekeepers.
Gatekeeper.
So most of, like for me, obviously, like when I call an admin, pick up the call, they are waiting this and that. So you just end there. You don't have the thing to continue. So getting those skills and what I've learned from the Leo, you can overcome that by this what you've learned. So that is one good thing about joining the program.
Yes. And I think indeed I don't think anybody have learned this in uni, or there's no platform actually teaching you how to do this, right? So maybe to wrap it off, is that for those people who maybe they have a bit of a reluctance right now, like this, I kind of want to do it, at the same time I don't want to do it. Like, what would you say to these people? Because you were there at that time, you were reluctant to.
That's the thing is like individuals have their own different perspective. I might have my own perspective about the program. You might have a different perspective. So, but it's a matter of trying. It's a matter of trying. Like, everything doesn't happen overnight. Everything doesn't happen like, you just expected things to come over. It's like a miracle. No, you have to work for it. It's a bit of your motivation. You have to have that motivation thing. It's a bit of sacrifice, determination, perseverance thing. And your commitment. You have to commitment. It's not that you have to commit, but if you believe in your instinct, if you can't, because if you continue, because when I was doing this program, like I was thinking, is it the right program for me? Even though then I realized now on when I join the program from now and then, I get new skills, things like I got a job interview, but still with that thing, but I learn more and more of their development skills. So I encourage for those who are still struggling to look for jobs and who are trying to develop their skills and had no idea you join this program, because for Leo, he's the man who have that kind of network. You're just surprised with what he's gonna share to you. And he's got a lot of connection, especially here in Tasmania. And you'll see if you join the program, the podcast interview every now and then. It amazes me when I go into the Facebook. He'll be here sitting we're enjoying ourselves at home after dinner, sitting watching TV, and he's just still here at work. Wow! And you see the resilience, his determination. He's not doing it just for the business. He's doing it for you people, for us students here who come here. Because one time he was in that position like you. So so that's the reason why I just really admire the way he take on one step further.
Thank you for the feedback, Manasa.
Thank you so much.
So guys, I hope you guys have learned something from our short conversation with Manasa. Obviously, the program has a lot more content we cannot cover within a quick or just a few minute podcast. But if you guys are really tired of where you are right now, you just want to utilize your skill sets, you want to live up to your full potential, then I truly believe that our program can do that for you. But again, it's always not for everyone. Some people, they're happy driving taxi. Some people are happy driving Uber, and I respect that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if you're not happy, if you think deep down inside you say, no, I can do more than that, then join our program. Let us help you. Until then, be great. Have a good one. Bye-bye.